So this happened a few days ago with Paul Weed. It came out of a Paul Weed, the chief executive of the HSE. The man on nearly a half a million, 420,000 euro a year. Isn't that nice? 400, half a million a year. More than Joe Biden, he gets $300,000 a year. So more than the president of the United States of America. So really, and him as HSC chief executive, and in the NHS over in England, it's a bit reasonable. 200,000. That's a bit reasonable. But let's be fair, 400,000 for the chief executive of the HSE. And then he comes every day of the week, every time I hear on him, he's like, we need more money for the HSE, and they have something like 4 billion or something like, and God knows where that money's gone. But basically, in other words, he's saying the HSE needs some more money. All the time you hear that whinging, more ICU beds and things like that. But it never turns up, never materialises. Even though they say COVID case in X, Y, and Z, it never materialises. So and he's always saying more money X, Y, and Z. And I heard him last year with the budget. Again, and him on 400,000. Again, if he give that money back to the exchequer, back to the taxpayer, maybe it would go to some benefit of society, but no, he doesn't. But this is the next thing. This is the icing on the cake here. He claimed 30,000 euro in an army driver. So we had one member of the army driving him from County Leitrim to Dublin, which cost 20,000 euro last year. And I'm sure the fuck he could have took it out of his own back pocket and got a private driver, maybe for 30,000 euro a year. He would have paid that driver and he could have done himself. Again, he could have paid out of his own pocket. 400,000 euro. What would you be doing with 400,000 euro? Let's be fair. I'm sure the fuck he has the money to pay out of 400,000 euro. You wouldn't, if you tried to spend 400,000 euro, you wouldn't be able to spend that in a short period of time. Let's be fair. But yeah, that's a lot. That's wages. That's more than probably people who worked all their life to make a living, and this person's 400,000 euro. And again, this is we are the taxpayer. That's who's paying him. This is the greatest laugh ever. And then he has the cheek to come around and say, "Oh, what an army driver! Remember the Defence Forces driving me." This is the next thing I say. Paul Weed's always coming along and saying, X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z, and X, Y, and Z. And he said, don't leave your house afraid of this, be afraid of that, everybody be afraid, terrified, don't go outside your door. And he's the one travelling from County Leitrim to Dublin. And again, this is the thing, the way he's going, you think he wouldn't be able to leave his house because he'd be so terrified of everything that's outside of his door. With terms of COVID and X, Y, and Z. And then he went off to the Fed too, so it's a great country. Did I ever tell you it was a great country? We really are fools in this country. Let's be fair. In some other countries, the politicians and he wouldn't be even there 5 minutes to get rid of him. The people would be like, get out, just get out. Especially when there's a million children on waiting lists, and God knows how many people on waiting lists around the whole country, for different things and operations being cancelled and things like that. And then this fucking fool, let's be fair, he's a fucking fool. It's getting 400,000 euro a year, and then the claim probably expects this. Then that 200. This is it's not a wages amount of money the taxpayer has to pay, and again, especially when you get that much a year, that's more actually than the president in America, and it's more than the MP in Portugal and Spain. They get far little than this. But obviously in Ireland, everything's just about the gravy train. The politicians get an outrageous sum of money for doing fuck all. I don't know what Paul Weed has ever done for the benefit of the society, the benefit of this country, because the only thing I see is benefit of himself. That's the only. But yeah, that's all I say. Thank you.